Bobby Thrush, and we have launched the biggest community chat there is in sports medicine. It's the Recovery Community Chat. The Recovery Community Chat is gonna have tips on wellness, movement, and the best recovery techniques there is. Also, you're gonna be able to network with the biggest entrepreneurs and athletes alike. Sign up only for $9.99. You're gonna have access to this wonderful, valuable product that can change your life. As you know, it's better recovery, better performance, best of sports, we out. Hey Recover fams, Dr. Bobby Thrush. We're here at the Edge in Kendall. It's a rock climbing place. It's really, really cool. We're gonna get a little experience in, get some functional mobility in, educate ourselves while doing it, and most importantly, get that mindset good. As you know, better recovery, better performance, best of sports, we out.
Climbing is like way more legs than people think. Like, people think it's like, oh, I gotta have like all this upper body strength to climb, but like really it's about like keeping your hips close to the wall, because it's gonna make you feel lighter. Like the second you take your hips away from the wall, like you start to feel heavier and you feel like the weight of your body more, and then it's like really just like driving through your legs. Like, take a ladder, right? If you're climbing up a ladder, you're not using your arms to pull you up the ladder.
Right.
You use your legs to step up the ladder, and then your hands are just there to support you. Exactly. One, it's like a great workout because it's like low impact. It is a lot of different shapes that like we don't normally work in. Like most of our workouts are like bending or hinging,
right, whereas
this is like there's lateral movement. You're having to like really think. It's kind of like a puzzle.
Right.
So like while you're...
It's like motor learning.
Yeah.
It's like brain to muscle movement type thing.
Exactly. And it's a lot of core strength and stability.
And it's great for active recovery, right? Like on your off day, just going to get...
This is exactly what I do on my off days. Like, it gets me my core work because there's so much contraction through the center of your body when you're holding yourself up onto the wall. And then it's also like forcing like my hips and body to move into ranges of motion that I do not move into when I'm doing a squat, a lunge, a deadlift.
In a fun manner too, right?
Yeah,
super interactive.
Yeah, super fun. This one is like super crazy, like you have to reach all the way there.
Right. So you're staying close to it. Oh wow, look at that mobility. A big thing about this, right? Like, she's using her big toe and her foot so much during this whole type of like course of action, and it's really stabilizing her alongside, you know, bringing her center of mass toward the wall. So this is something to keep in mind while I go up, really to focus on that big toe mobility, that foot, and stabilizing with my core and being close to the surface. So we're about to do that right now.
There's a lot of failing in climbing. There's a lot of failing. Like you fail so many times, and like there's still things that like you can't get to the top of, and it's just you keep like
you keep trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you keep trying to figure it out.
All right, so you started like this.
Yeah,
these two, right?
Hips close to the wall. Like you want to like literally, like feel how stable you are.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna drive up to that handhold there.
This one?
Yep. And then kind of push your body, hips up. And then you're gonna kind of swing out a little bit because the route's going
that way.
That way.
So I kind of want to.
Yeah. And then touch the top. Yeah, that's it.
That was great.
Yeah. But like,
the planning part, I feel, is like the hardest.
Yeah, and like the biggest thing that people like don't realize about climbing is a lot of it's like through your joint. So like if you look at most climbers, they're not really like muscly guys, like really like professional climbers. Like if you look at them, they have muscles and they can do like crazy like pull-ups and stuff like that, but they're not like jacked.
Right.
And like part of it is that like if I'm hanging out here and I'm like this, like fully in my muscle,
right,
I'm gonna gas out. I'm only gonna be able to stay here as long as my muscle will allow for it. But if I just relax here, and now I'm like kind of in that joint, like I can chill. Like I can just like hang out, you know, shake my arms out.
It's a mindset shift as well. It's like, get into it, climb it, not so like aggressive and strategic.
No, not so aggressive and strategic, and trying to like, there are movements where like you'll have to kind of do like a power movement and like muscle, but a lot of it is like super relaxed and really like leaning into the hold.
Right.
Like taking advantage of using your joint as opposed to like your muscular strength.
Yeah, because it's an isometric contraction either way.
Exactly.
You're just holding there. It's gonna last out.
So you see a lot of like new climbers like super contracted, and they're they're staying through like the muscle belly.
Right.
And if they just kind of like relax out their arms a little bit and they go into the joint a little bit more.
Getting that exerting
Exactly. Coming out of like my back injury, the hardest thing has been like trusting my body again. I felt so like crippled in my body. Like I would go from sitting to standing and be in pain. And so finding something where my mind isn't focused on my injury because I'm so focused on the holds and the how am I gonna get up this route and where's my hand gonna go and where are my feet gonna go, that it's helping me build a lot of confidence in my body, and that confidence is helping me get back to my sport. You know, like when you get injured and you have to pull out of your sport, like you don't ever want to feel that way again. That you have that little hesitation of like, is it safe for me to go back? Am I ready to go back?
Is it even worth it?
Yeah, you start to think about like any little tinge of something that you feel, you're like, oh my God, is that my back? Am I not ready? And this like really takes my mind out of it, so I just kind of focus on what I'm doing, and it's like helping me build that confidence again, and it gives me the outlet that running gave me. I started climbing because I got injured, because I needed something that kind of turned my mind off and like let me really focus on the moment, the present moment, and what running does for me, climbing does the same thing for me.
Right, that dopamine effect.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And another thing on top of that, it's coordinated movement. It looks it could be dangerous, but while you're moving, you're doing it in a coordinated fashion where you're using your core, you're using the stabilizers like we said, and those are all the important things. And to get back to where you were, you need these coordinated movements and mastering them, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Face it, yeah, don't hit me on my phone like face it. None of y'all can stop me, say it with me like face it. Settle down, you know I'm the one, just face it. None of y'all can stop me, say it with me like yeah, face it, yeah.
You can tell from this angle just like the functional mobility that Danny has. Like, just look at it. The foot, ankle, look at the hips, moving. This is great for active recovery. Super good. And just to kind of get away. Came here today to get some functional mobility, some active recovery in, but also to get away as an entrepreneur and just focus on flowing. So my forearms are getting super sore, just doing a lot of gripping, manipulating while we're climbing. One of the things I'm doing right now is getting the Theragun on the forearms just to get some blood flow in there, get that lactic acid build up out, and so we can just continue working, climbing, feeling good. This is great for the mentality. Like I said, Recover Fam's gonna be stoked to see about the experience that we're having here. As you know, it's better recovery, better performance, best sports. We out.
Step is a layer. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up.